History is full of wars that dragged on for years, even decades. But one war stands out for the exact opposite reason. It was over before most people could even finish their morning tea. This conflict, known as the Anglo Zanzibar War, is officially recorded as the shortest war in human history, lasting only 38 minutes. It took place on August 27, 1896, between the vast British Empire and the small island nation of Zanzibar, located off the east coast of Africa. During the late 19th century, European powers were scrambling for control of Africa, and Zanzibar's strategic position on the Indian Ocean made it a highly coveted prize. Britain had significant influence there and wanted to ensure that the ruler of the island would serve British interests. The crisis began on August 25, 1896, when Zanzibar's Sultan Hamad bin Thuwaini died unexpectedly. According to prior agreements, any new sultan needed British approval before taking the throne. But Hamad's cousin, Khalid bin Bargash, defied those terms. Acting quickly, he occupied the royal palace and declared himself sultan without British consent. Fearing that Khalid might turn against their colonial interests, the British demanded that he step down. On August 26th, the British consul delivered a stern ultimatum. Khalid must vacate the palace and renounce the throne by 9 a.m. the next morning or face military action. Instead of surrendering, Khalid fortified the palace with roughly 2,800 soldiers, old artillery, and several aging ships in the harbor. He believed that the British, despite their threats, would hesitate to attack. But Britain had already positioned several modern warships in the harbor, their guns aimed directly at the royal palace. Tension filled the air as the deadline approached. At 9 a.m. on August 27th, the ultimatum expired. Khalid gave no response. Just 2 minutes later, at 9:02 a.m., the British warships opened fire. Their heavy shells smashed into the wooden palace walls, setting it ablaze almost instantly. The defenders fired back, but their outdated cannons were no match for the Royal Navy's superior firepower. By 9:40 a.m., after only 38 minutes of bombardment, the palace lay in ruins, and the Zanzibari forces surrendered. Sultan Khalid escaped through a back door and sought asylum at the German consulate, while his forces were left in chaos. The human cost was staggering for such a brief conflict. Over 500 Zanzibari soldiers and civilians were killed or wounded, while the British suffered only one minor injury. Later that same day, the British installed a pro-British Sultan, Hamoud bin Muhammad, ensuring their continued dominance over Zanzibar for years to come. The Anglo Zanzibar War remains a striking reminder of the brutal imbalance of power during the Age of Empire. In less than an hour, a nation's leadership was overthrown and its future reshaped. Even today, historians marvel at how a war could begin and end in the time it takes to brew a pot of tea, a 38-minute clash that still holds the title of the shortest war in recorded history.